Hi guys, it's Katie from String Expert. Today we're working on part 2 of Boy Paganini. Let me play it for you. So today we are learning part 2 of Boy Paganini. I love part 2 of Boy Paganini, but it is one of the hardest sections to learn and there's a lot, so let's get started. So starting from the beginning, we have an extreme driving rhythm, and you're going to see this a lot repeated throughout part 2. So in this section, the idea is to have a strong, almost detached note, but not quite staccato note for each of the 4 quarter notes. And we're going to start this section off in 3rd position, and we're going to stay in 3rd position for the entire first line, so that makes it easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with 2nd finger on the E string for that B, and let's play the first 4 notes. Now this is really important because up until this point we've had all these smooth, expressive sounds, but now we want to have more of a detached, serious sound. So it's sort of like marching. Then moving on, what we're going to do is we're going to have the exact opposite. Instead of having such a serious, detached sound, we're going to have a completely different contrast and have long, smooth, more of a legato bow. So you have the harshness of the first section in contrast to more of the smooth, feminine second section. Now, when we go into the second section, what we're doing is, that's all in 3rd position. Then we're going to slide up for what we call a harmonic note. So instead of playing this as E, we're going to lift our finger up and just barely tap the string. And if you're perfectly in tune, your harmonic is going to sound good. If you're just a little bit off, it's going to sound terrible, like that. So we have to be perfectly in tune, just right over that E note. So we have, then slide down to the 4, slide back down. And so this whole section, what we want to do is have really smooth legato notes. Then moving on, I like to play this whole section smooth and romantic because I just think that's the way it needs to sound. Don't forget your accidentals for the C sharp, the D sharp, and then going up to the harmonic. Now we're going to slide up into 5th position. Now slide back into 3rd. And we're going to have one note, the C sharp is going to be in 2nd position. And then we're back into 1st. sense of shifting and making sure that you understand the notes, I would say that this line is probably the worst. So spend a lot of time working on it because it is definitely a challenge. Let's try that whole line again. The second line. Now, the third line, what I like to do is I like to switch back to more of a masculine sound. So for these quarter notes, I like to think of them as being very driving in the piece. So I'm going to make them very strong and dramatic. Just like that, and then moving on. And then here, I like to switch back to the more romantic, and we're going to slide into third position to play the D and the B. C sharp, B, A, and then shift down. And then moving on, we have shift up. We have 3 and the same harmonic. Keep going in third. Open A and fourth finger in third. 3, 2, 1. So that whole section I like to do very romantic starting from here. Too harsh and driving, you just sort of lose all of that power and all of that beauty with the smoothness of the notes. Okay, so moving on, we're going to go back to that strong driving sound that we had in the beginning. And then back to that smooth feminine sound. And then moving on, we're going to go into first position. Now, don't forget you have 2 notes sort of within the rhythm, so really pay attention to those 2 grace notes. So it's the G, and then we have the AG into the F, so make sure that you add those in and make sure that it sounds beautiful. And that is the entire second part, so I hope that you enjoyed working on it with me. Spend a lot of time with this part because I think it's the most difficult one. Next time, we're going to go through part 3, and then we're going to go through the whole piece and play it all together. I'm really excited about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.